Hello and welcome to CJC Adventures. Carl here, and today Brother Craig's with me, and we're in Dudley in the Black Country as we're heading back in time, and we're going to see one particular visit from a world-class superstar in his right, in the boxing ring, and out of the boxing ring he really was and always will be a wonderful character. The greatest of all time, known as the greatest, of course, Muhammad Ali. And on the 11th of August 1983, he paid a visit to here in Dudley to meet fans and cut a ribbon, and we're going to see those places where he actually was, and we're going to match up some things of where he stood and basically the sort of person he was. Of course, he was Muhammad Ali. He was wonderful, the greatest. So let's go and see all of those places and talk about the wonderful Muhammad Ali. And we've now made it to Hall Street in Dudley, and this was where Muhammad Ali would have arrived in his car, and he'd just be coming here just after being in Birmingham where he paid a visit, and he'd have come up this road and he would have basically drove up here, or probably been chauffeured up here, because obviously a star like Muhammad Ali deserves to be chauffeured, doesn't he? But this was the road that he came upon, and arriving in Dudley. And this is where he would have greeted fans, and as you can see, he's standing there and the fans are just trying to get round him, aren't they? And a celebrity like Muhammad Ali, it'd be like having the Beatles come to visit, or Elvis, and it'd be, what a time it'd be to see someone like Muhammad Ali coming to Dudley, very well travelled of course, and he would have come here and been greeted by a few thousand fans, if you like. All this road would have been all blocked off, Hall Street, because it is a pretty busy thoroughfare road. A lot of buses come through here, a lot of traffic, and as you can see, he's having a good time, isn't he? You know, he'd have been used to seeing fans and greeting fans, and he'd have been prepared for all that. People want to get a piece of him, don't they? Well, let's have a look at what it looks like today. Well, back then it was the same building. That same building is still here. It's the Central Clinic. It would have been a clinic or a doctor's surgery back then in 1983. And as you can see, nothing's changed here, and obviously this road is still a busy road, and you can see a lot of the trees to the left are still the same, and if you look at the windows, they've changed a little bit, but the main windows at the top on the left, they're still the same, and to the right, and he would have stood right here. Muhammad Ali made his speech and opened the garage that he was opening, and well, if you were there that day, it would have been something special. And of course, Craig and Mick were here back in 1983. And another picture that is also very famous is when Muhammad Ali was standing there, and he got his finger to his lips, and he would be saying to the fans, you know, it's okay, calm down, you're all right, don't worry. And of course he would have had to do that to tell the fans to maybe calm down, and the excitement would have been erratic at that time, and to see your hero, the greatest, visiting Dudley, and you probably never get that chance again. And he did visit the Midlands quite a lot, and he came here quite a lot, but the only one visit was here. And of course, if you weren't here that day, then you would have missed something very special. But let's have a look at what it looks like today and see how it's changed of where the greatest one stood. As you can see, nothing's really changed that much, and that building there to the left that you could have seen in the background there is still here. It's still the same actually. The windows have been changed out, and that tree, what you could see behind Muhammad Ali, is still here, and it's grown up a bit since 1983. It was only quite small back then, but it's still here. That would have seen him, and if that could tell tales, well, who knows. But it's great that things are still the same and you can still make everything out of where he stood. Now another picture is where you see Muhammad Ali, and he's got his back to the person who was taking this picture, and he was there, and he got his back there, and he was saying a speech. I don't think many realise of the speech he used to say. People used to clap him and cheer him, and he was a good talker, wasn't he? You know, he knew how to talk. You could just listen to him all day, and that'd be what he would be saying here. His words would be ringing out in this very spot in Dudley. And let's have a look at what it looks like today. Of course, same sort of position that he was in, and he was here, and he was stood right here, and that speech, of course, he would make another speech each time he would come, and he knew fans liked him, and he loved his fans, and that was Muhammad Ali, wasn't it? The greatest, and that is one of the reasons why he was called the greatest. Not just because he was a great boxer in the ring, but he was such a great person. He was a nice person, very down to earth, and what you see with Muhammad Ali is what you got, and that's what you got from boxers those days, especially him. And well, it's just nice to say he was here in Dudley. Now the whole purpose for Muhammad Ali's visit to Dudley was to open a Bayreuth Auto Centre, which had just been recently refurbished, and the refurbishment took place, and the owner wanted to show it off, and he wanted someone really special, and he got the greatest, Muhammad Ali, to open it. I do believe it took around about £2,000 to pay him to come to Dudley. And of course he'd been to Birmingham previously, and he said, yeah, I'll do it, no problem. And he turned up, and he cut the ribbon, and this was the actual building where that was. And obviously it's changed hands now, it's Nuttall now, but that's what it was. And a nice auto centre. I do remember it actually, here in Dudley. And it was around a few years after Muhammad Ali's visit, but of course things change, don't they? Business has changed, but this is where it actually was, and he would have opened this exact building back in 1983. So this would be the road he come up, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it would do, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it was he'd have come up this road. Obviously he wouldn't be driving himself, would he?
Oh no, of course not.
It would be like Shelford, wouldn't he? I think Muhammad Ali come on this exact road.
Yeah.
Oh, I travelled this country extensively, really a lot, excessively, everywhere. So what was it like then when you said Muhammad Ali?
I remember making this to come up here, Muhammad Ali's in Dudley, so I go up then.
Yeah.
And see him on the side of the road from that boy road, where the Nuttall's now,
Was he?
Big dudes and that, they are. Seen up there,
See him clearly, like.
I see clear the side of the road, or the black pair of sunglasses and a suit, or white shirt, black tie, black blazer, trousers, shoes, clear as anything, I remember seeing him, I was only, oh, this was only 9 then, August 1983,
I suppose something you'd never forget, eh?
Yeah, of course. Did a lot of people believe that, would they?
No, I used to tell people when I was at school, I used to say that, yeah, I would see him like, and they go, oh, no. I said, it's right, but I used to tell people, because they wouldn't believe you, would they? But now with the internet and everything, they'd know now, wouldn't they? That you know, look it up. Oh, he was right, it's 1983, he said Muhammad Ali, but say something you can't forget, eh? So,
which is, definitely,
yeah, but, great.
People won't believe it all.
So. And that's it for today on CJC Adventures from Dudley, and taking a look at the spots of where the greatest visited way back in 1983. And of course Craig experienced that with Mick in those days, and something you'd never forget, doesn't matter how many years went by. Wonderful times. Really wish I was around in those days. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Click on the subscribe icon, then the bell, and you'll be notified when each video is uploaded. And please share the video, and please leave a comment, and I will reply back to each one left. And thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it as always. Until next time, look after yourselves and each other, and goodbye for now.